making a caftan, measure out the length of your dress. So from your shoulder to your ankles or wherever you want it to fall. Straighten out the edge after you're done, whatever your method used to straighten the edge of the fabric. So from the neck down here, that will be from your shoulder all the way, probably most likely to your wrist. So measure out whatever length you want from your neck to wherever you want it to fall. So I'm going to use the full width of the fabric since I have a 60-inch width. The neckline, I had that folded in 4. So the neckline, you have to decide how wide you want it because your neck has to come through. So what I used, it's 4 by 6 inches down, and that is when I had it in 4. But if you want, just find the center point here, mark out 4 inches here, mark out 6 inches down, and draw the curve for both of them. For the back neckline, drop 1 inch down. For the front neckline, drop 6 inches down, and then cut it separately. Yeah, I love that design with all the pins. It's so that I could keep the fabric down, but I love the design. Like, it looks like I made something new, but yeah. So from the neckline, in order to get the area where to curve the cowl, caftan, from the neck point, measure down 26, which will be around your hip. So whatever your measurement is, mine is 26. So work with your measurement. You might be taller or shorter. So from your neckline down to your hip, mark that. And then from your hip down to your knee line, mine is 40 inches. So mark that or whatever measurement you're using. So from there, so from that point, the knee, or how wide the knee will be, measure around your knee and see how comfortable it is. Or easier, just take your hip measurement, divide it by 4, and add any extra seam allowance you want. So my hip is 46, so I've added, so that would round about to 11.5. So I've just rounded it up to 14.5, adding that seam allowance line there. Then down to the full length of the dress, or however long you want it, that is measuring 52 inches. That's the most I would get from that amount of fabric I had. So from there, which is the hip measurement, the 14 inches you got, so drop that down to the hem. So from there, that's 14.5 inches, and just do a round hand curve, freehand it however you want. If you want to do a straight line, still fine, or just curve it. I just wanted to use as much fabric as I could. So just curve it from the 14.5 inches, curve it up to your hip line. So that's where your hem. So your seam line will be all the way. So from there, that will be your seam line, going that curve, and then all the way there. So the difference from that line there, which is your neckline, down, you can measure if you want. That's your sleeve opening. So you want, if you want it 8 inches, 10 inches, whatever, how wide you want it. That I've just marked it as 8 inches. And then the seam will, so that will stay open. And there will be the seam all the way through on the dress. And then you hem the bottom. The neckline, I think I'm going to make a band for my neckline. So my neckline measures to about 24.5 inches. So I'll make a neckband and hem the rest. That's about it. So after cutting the cowl part, this is what it looks like. So that's my hem. That's the cowl part. That's the side seam. All of that becomes the side seam. And then that will drape out however it wishes to. And that's your armhole there. And let's see the final result when I sew it out.